Kellen Moore, the more times he decides to throw it to Dak Prescott and look good so he can get a head coaching job is the detriment to the Dallas Cowboys.
Kellen Moore did this same exact thing last year. Guys, do we remember when the Dallas Cowboys were playing well early in the season? What were they doing? They were running the football. They were making sure that that's the way that they stayed in games. For this man to have a lead of 14 points in the fourth quarter and run the football 6 times is a fireball fence.
Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator for my Dallas Cowboys. Is he on the hot seat? Now, there are multiple reports going around at the time of me making this video. No decision has been made. But at the time of me making this video, there are multiple sources saying that Kellen Moore could be out as the offensive coordinator going forward for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you've been here for a while, you know on this channel, I have called out Kellen Moore to be gone for a long time now. And I've always questioned his play calling and his awareness in big game situations when it comes to him being offensive coordinator. But before we continue forward, if you guys new here, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the content. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Links to all social media platforms will be down in the description. Also, if you're a fan of gaming, retro games, be sure to follow my second channel. I'm going to make a new commitment to start posting videos more frequently over there. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, for any of you who may have forgotten, Kellen Moore was the former quarterback at Boise State. He went 15-3 as a starter, which is the winningest record of any college quarterback to ever play college football. He led the Broncos to some really good seasons. I think he came in a year after, or he was there the year they beat Oklahoma. I'm not sure. Check that for me. I didn't look that up, but when Kellen Moore was at Boise State, they were with TCU as those small teams that were on the come up, and he did some pretty big things while he was at Boise State. Now, after that, he came into the league undrafted, served as a backup in Detroit, then came to Dallas, got a couple of starts, was predominantly a backup, wound up backing up Dak Prescott. And then once he retired, he served as the quarterback coach for about a year. Then in 2019, once we finally let Jason Garrett go, Kellen Moore was promoted to offensive coordinator position and the head play caller. And I will say he has made a lot of questionable play calling choices in his tenure as offensive coordinator. Now, granted, yes, we've had a predominantly top 10, even sometimes top 5, or the #1 offense in the league. But when we needed him at the most, which is in the playoffs, Kellen Moore usually decides not to show up, or he'll call some bogus plays and you're just like left scratching your head wondering what we're doing. And after our second disappointing loss in a row to the San Francisco 49ers in the divisional round, and whatever that last play call was at the end of the game, Kellen Moore's job seems to now be in question. And as of right now, Mike McCarthy has not made a commitment to Kellen Moore. And for me and Cowboys Nation, I think that's a good thing, and that's good news. Now, if you haven't heard, Dan Quinn has committed and has confirmed that he will return as the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. But as for Kellen Moore, and this is coming from the mouth of Mike McCarthy himself, he will be under evaluation going forward, and I guess his job will be, reviewed and seen as if he can be the guy to lead the offense going forward. Now, one of my biggest gripes with Kellen Moore is trying to implement the college style offense that I guess he kind of ran at Boise State into the NFL, and that didn't really work. Now, sometimes college offenses do integrate well into the NFL, i.e. read option, run pass option, things of that nature. But trying to implement complete college offense into the NFL has kind of been a backfire, and it makes easy for defenses to predict what we're going to do. And a lot of times when we line up, even me here at home, I can call what we're about to run So you know, if I can read what the offense is going to do, then the defense can kind of read what's going to happen. Now, one big thing we've seen from Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott over the last couple of years, when we have big leads in games or it's a big time game, Kellen Moore seems to get away from wanting to run the football. He likes to force feed Dak, have Dak throw the ball way too many times. And one thing we have seen from Dak Prescott when he is in Dallas, in order for us to win, the formula for us to win is to run the ball a little bit more than we pass. Now, some games Kellen Moore will call a flawless game, and you're just like, man, this guy is really on point. But lately, when we need him most, he just doesn't seem to show up. Now, finally, it's coming into question, is he the guy to go forward with at offensive coordinator? Me personally, I would like to see him go, but the only thing that I worry about is I don't know of any names as of yet that are on the market that we can hire for offensive coordinators. I mean, maybe we can find somebody that's a diamond in the rough. They can come in and put in a new system that will work. But I don't see anybody out there. So I'm afraid that we will be stuck with Kellen Moore for another year. But the hope that I have is that we have Mike McCarthy as the head coach. And I would like to see Mike McCarthy take more of the play calling duties away from Kellen Moore, especially in big down and big game situations. Kellen Moore doesn't really seem to grasp what's going on. And he kind of turns into a deer in the headlights, and then he'll call these unnecessary razzle-dazzle plays, and that's just not going to win you a championship in big games in the NFL. Now, if Kellen Moore was to be outed as a coordinator, there are other reports saying that Carolina will hire him, and after going through what they just went through with Matt Rule, as you Panthers fans, hey, by all means, y'all can take him, but y'all see what happened with us. So if you feel like you want him over there, by all means, take him off our hands. But just know what you're getting in that package when you bring him aboard. Now, clearly, I'm not trying to make this video to knock Kellen Moore's football knowledge or anything. Clearly, he has better knowledge of the game, especially the offense, seeing as he played in the NFL and he's a coordinator in the NFL. I'm just some random guy on YouTube making a video about it. But there are times that even I am like, look, that's not a good play call. We can't run things like this. This is not how the offense should function. So I think it's time for him to go. I think maybe we give Dak one more year under a different play caller, see how he performs, see how we can improve the offense. Maybe we can make a couple of roster decisions. But at the end, this is still the Cowboys, and I feel like we would do Cowboyish things, excuse me, when it comes to building his roster and team and going forward with play calling on the offense. Now, me personally, I think by the time next week that y'all see this video, Kellen Moore, even at the beginning of the next week, Kellen Moore should be outed as the offensive coordinator. But the big question is, again, who do we hire? Who is out there? Who can we go get to bring in and re-innovate the offense? Not like rewrite and remake the wheel. Just do things that make sense in down and distance and situations, and put Dak and the offense in the best possible position to move forward to try to win these big games. Because you got to think, after a loss like this to San Francisco, our defense played well. We held Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Ayuk. We held that entire offense in check. Held them to 1 touchdown, 19 points. That is a winnable game, especially if our offense is as high-powered as people have been saying all year long. Now, as a working man myself, I would hate to see a man lose his job, but when you cannot perform the task at hand and get the job done, then you have to move on and get somebody else that can come in and get the job done, especially if you feel like your team is good enough to go and win yourself a championship. Now, if you think Kellen Moore should be gone as the offensive coordinator and you're a Cowboys fan, be sure to leave your comments down in the comment section. If you're not a Cowboys fan and you're just looking from the outside looking in, be sure to leave your thoughts. Who do you think should we hire at offensive coordinator? Should we keep Kellen Moore one more year, give him a chance to try to redeem himself? Should we let Mike McCarthy take over? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section. But my name's Apollo. That's the end of the video. I'm getting up out of here. Y'all be safe. One love. All glory to God. I'm going to catch y'all next time, baby. Peace.